Okay, we're ready to go.
Okay. The Public Safety Committee will call it to order. This is February the 3rd at 1 o'clock. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Sorry, sir, just the correction, it is February the 2nd.
When did they change the date? Oh, I'm sorry, and I'm reading off a piece of paper. That's how good I am. February the 2nd.
Alderman Boyd. Alderwoman Davis. Alderwoman Howard.
Present.
Alderwoman Spencer. Alderwoman Boyd.
Present.
Alderman Bosley. Alderman Muhammad.
Here.
Alderman Oldenburg.
Present.
Alderman Narayan.
Here.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard.
Here.
Alderman Page.
Present.
Chairman Pacoro.
Present.
8 present, you have quorum.
Okay. So next we need the approval of the minutes from the January 26th meeting. Wednesday, January 26th, need a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second,
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Alderman Boyd. Alderwoman Davis. Alderwoman Howard.
Aye.
Alderwoman Spencer. Alderwoman Boyd.
Aye.
Alderman Bosley. Alderman Muhammad.
Aye.
Alderman Oldenburg.
Aye.
Alderman Narayan.
Aye.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard.
Aye.
Alderman Page.
aye.
Chairman Pacoro.
Aye.
8 aye votes.
Okay, we're going to bring up, this is the only thing we have, is Board Bill 117. Alderman Muhammad, why don't you go ahead and let us, we're not going to have any speakers on this. We've had speakers for the last 2.5 years on this. But we will have committee discussion if anybody wants to discuss this. Alderman Muhammad, you're up.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think that we are all knowledgeable on Board Bill 117. I would think that the public is just as knowledgeable as we are. We've been debating this for some time now. So, Mr. Chairman, I have no further comments. I would ask for the committee's favorable passage of Board Bill 117 today. I can take questions if there are any, but that's all that I have, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Vice Chairman Jeffrey Boyd, are you with us? Alderwoman Davis, are you with us? Alderwoman Howard, any questions?
No, Mr. Chair, I have no questions.
Okay, Alderwoman Kara Spencer. Alderwoman Pam Boyd.
No question.
Alderman Brandon Bosley. Alderman Oldenburg.
No questions. Thank you.
Alderman Brett Narayan.
No questions. Thank you.
Alderwoman Shameen Clark Hubbard.
No questions. Thank you.
Alderman Page.
No questions. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, John, you're open to close on Board Bill number. Wait a minute, before I go do that. Did I miss Alderwoman Davis?
I have no questions, sir. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. if I
I'm all right.
missed
You
that.
didn't miss me.
Okay, I apologize. So Alderman Muhammad, you're welcome to close on Board Bill 117.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With that, I would like to make the motion that we pass Board Bill 117 now.
Second.
Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderwoman Davis.
I pass at the moment. Thank you.
I'm sorry, give me just a second. I'm sorry, I missed Alderman Boyd.
Oh, I don't think he's here.
Okay, Alderwoman Davis. Alderwoman Howard,
Aye.
Alderwoman Spencer, Alderwoman Boyd,
Pass.
Alderman Bosley, Alderman Muhammad,
Aye.
Alderman Oldenburg,
Aye.
Alderman Ryan,
Pass.
Alderwoman Clark Hubbard,
No.
Alderman Page,
No.
Chairman Vaccaro,
I'm going to, it's interesting. I'm trying to consider this here. We have 3, 2, and 2. I'm going to, at least at this moment, I'm going to vote no. And that's because I want to be on the prevailing side of this thing. And I might change if something else changes, but I will say at this moment, I would be a no. It's right now, if I vote yes, it fails.
Alderman Boyd, Alderwoman Davis,
No.
Alderwoman Spencer, Alderwoman Boyd,
No.
Alderman Bosley, Alderman Ryan,
No.
Alderman Spencer texted she is here.
oh, okay, I can go back to her. Okay. Alderman Boyd, Alderwoman Spencer,
Aye.
Alderman Bosley,
I'm here. My apologies. My phone is having an issue. I just needed to make sure we're just doing roll call, right?
No, we're voting on the plumber, the Board Bill 117.
Okay. My vote is no.
I'm sorry, that was a no.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Clerk, could you actually put Narayan down as a yes?
Sure. Five aye votes and 6 yes votes.
So,
I'm sorry, 5 aye votes and 6 no votes.
and let me, as I go through this, I want to explain it for all the whoever's out there. If I vote yes, just so when they write whatever they want to write in the Tribune, you will end up with a tie and a losing bill. I'm voting no. I'm on the prevailing side of the bill. That will give us one more crack at this. I believe in Alderwoman Davis, you got more knowledge than I do. I believe that would give us to the next meeting to change any votes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, just a point of order, if I can. I'm a little lost on what you just said, so I don't know if
Well,
I believe the clerk is, you know what, Mr. Chairman, I tell you what, I rescind my motion, asking for a vote on Board Bill 117. I rescind that motion.
okay, well, I just want to make sure I'm clear on what I'm doing. Because,
I rescind the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Okay, so there's.
I believe I will need a second for that.
Yeah, so we need whoever made the second.
Yeah, I made the
Second.
second. I'll rescind the second as well.
Okay, let's, well, that was really it unless anybody else has anything else they want to discuss or talk about. You know, so, well, this won't go away. And you know, and this is probably one of the toughest bills.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
From my understanding, you cannot rescind a vote a motion
the vote
after
is
the vote was
taken.
taken.
okay. Okay. Well, I'm
You can reconsider the vote though.
okay, have voting on the prevailing side of the bill.
You have to do it at the next meeting.
Okay, okay, and you can't do it right away. I thought you could do
No,
it right.
sir. No, sir.
Okay, Alderwoman Howard, do you have your hand up?
Yeah, I'd like to know that we can look at this again. Have you looked at the rules to make sure? Because this is not something we do normally. I know this is done on the floor, but I don't know if it can be done in committee. I'd just like to know, and I don't have the rules in front of me.
If somebody can clarify it, if not, I mean, even if I change my vote, it fails. You know, and I'm just trying to educate all of those that like to write in the Tribune how, you know, that, you know, so
I want to say we've been around with
I
almost embarrassing. Okay, that's all I have.
no, no, because I did this the last time and I voted on the prevailing side. And it, you know, to reconsider, you know, and even if, you know, it would be 6-6, even if I went with a yes, and that would kill it. It would be a tie. So, and the vote's already done, so.
Mr. Chairman, I'm looking at the Board of Aldermen rules, and I'm also looking at the U.S. congressional rules. Again, our rules stipulate if we do not have a specific rule for a specific subject, that we will resort to using the rules of the U.S. House of Representatives. I'm looking at a rule right now, which I will get you that rule number because I'm pretty sure that someone would love to call. Someone just said something. I'm sorry. Mr. Chairman.
Alderman Boyd's here now, and he's also pretty knowledgeable on stuff. And he wasn't here for the vote. But I would say I would kind of.
Mr. Chairman, may I please?
Sure,
I give you-
absolutely.
I'd just like to give you a bit of a suggestion at the moment.
Sure, I'll take.
You have followed process and procedure. A vote was taken, the count was announced, and you can at another meeting, after all considerations have been done, and you find some appropriate rule or whatever it is that you're looking for, you can do that in another meeting. But sir, you cannot go back and change a vote that has been counted.
Right.
Okay?
But I believe.
Announced. It was counted and announced.
Right. And
So it might be best just to address this at another meeting. That's
Right.
very simple.
no,
Okay.
I understand what you're saying. But at the next meeting, I would assume in committee, I can have voted on.
Let's not assume anything. Let's not put a lot of things out here to the public that we are not sure of. And it's better for us to, you've ended the vote, it's been counted and announced.
Right.
So
No,
now you
Right.
will, if you would like to schedule another meeting, you can.
Well, we
if you-
have one for next week.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
uh,
And so
Alderman-
between now and then, you will have all the appropriate process and procedure in place and published so that everyone is aware and prepared. Okay?
okay. Alderman Boyd, Vice Chairman Boyd. I appreciate Alderwoman Davis. You're my vice chairman and been around a little, well, actually a lot longer than me. I know you didn't get a chance to vote on this. I know your feelings on it, but so have voted on the prevailing side. I would have to wait to the next meeting, but it has to be at the very next meeting. Am I right on that?
I'm not familiar with that rule. I don't think so. I would think, and I'd have to go and look at the rules. I would think we have a right to reconsider without a holdover for another meeting.
So that's what I thought too, because I thought we've done that before. So I can have voted on the prevailing side, reconsider the vote now, right?
I would think so.
That's what I think too.
I mean, it's not my call, but if I was chairing the meeting, I would do it because I'm the chair.
Okay.
We can't hear you, Sharita.
Chairman Vaccaro,
Excuse me. Can I interject here?
Sure. I think I'm going to do it though, because we did it during the stadium thing.
Well, if you look at Rule 48, it talks about reconsideration.
Right.
It's in our,
Right, in our rules. No, I'm listening.
you want me to read it?
No, but my understanding is
Right.
I could, yeah, go ahead and read it so it's public. That would be better if you would.
A voter question may be reconsidered at any time during the same meeting or at the first regular meeting held thereafter, but not otherwise. A motion for reconsideration being once made and voted upon shall not be renewed, nor shall the vote reconsider be reconsidered. A motion to reconsider shall require the affirmative vote of a majority of all the members of the board for its adoption. Such a motion can only be made by a member who voted with the prevailing side of the original motion. Okay, this is, I guess, for the full board. I don't know that it applies to committees.
I think we've done it in committee. I'm going to go ahead and do it, just to make it as fair and open and whatever. So I will make, since voting on the prevailing side, I will make a motion to reconsider the vote.
Point.
If there's no second, then we're not going to reconsider it.
second.
We have a who made the second?
Narayan.
Okay, so we have me in a second. Madam Clerk, this is not to pass or fail. This is to reconsider the vote. In other words, wipe out the last vote and start over. But
Mr. Chairman, just a quick point of order. Will there be discussion now or after the vote to reconsider?
I guess we can discuss the vote to reconsider if you want.
Okay.
If you want to, I'll go down the list. So, Vice Chairman Boyd, any discussion on reconsidering the vote?
Ms. John, again, I apologize for being tardy. So I missed some good dialogue, but I'm a no.
I know that.
So I'll be a no on reconsidering too, since it already failed.
Okay.
So why would we want to reconsider it? So I missed something. So why would we want to reconsider the vote?
It really is going to, to me, I was just going to give it every shot that it got so that, I was just trying to give it every possible shot that it got. It failed the last time too, but, let's go down and then we'll do the vote, whether we reconsider or not. Let me go down the list here.
Madam Clerk, I'm actually going to withdraw my second on this motion.
Oh, noted.
Okay. So I made a motion to reconsider. Is there a second? If there's no second, the bill fails.
Mr. Chairman, if I can, I think everyone is a little lost at this point.
Well,
I don't even know if we're still following parliamentary procedure here.
Well, the vote was seven noes, 4 yeses, 1 pass. The vote was taken, it was announced. I felt I could do the reconsider, but I'm fine if we don't. So, I mean, at that point, I think we move on, although, you know, John or Alderman Muhammad, I'm wherever you're at. So,
I mean, well, that's not exactly the case, my friend, but it's okay. You know, if you don't feel comfortable voting for this bill, I respect that. I just want to be straightforward, and I want us to make sure that we're following parliamentary procedure.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I care about, because we've been debating this for about 2 years now. In every meeting we talk about this, there's a gimmick and there's a back door that
Right.
seems to be that seems to be leading for this bill to stay in committee, which, you know, I'm fine with. That's the way our rules are set up. But I don't like the behind the door tricks. I am fed up with that. I just want a straight up and down vote. If we took a straight up and down vote and it failed, then it failed, Mr. Chairman. But
I want to.
Point of order, though.
just for the sake of respect for me, don't sit here and say publicly you're with me.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Well, hang on.
I respect you too much for that, my friend.
Let me.
Based on the rule that Alderwoman Howard read, there's still a chance to reconsider at the next meeting, right? So, I mean, I feel like I don't know what your logic was, Mr. Chairman, and in the way you voted and how you were explaining yourself there, but there is still a chance to reconsider at the next meeting as well, to the sponsor's point.
Well, because even in what I was getting at, because I'm supporting my friend, in which I told him I would support him, what I'm getting at, even if I vote yes, this bill will fail. It doesn't have the votes. A tie does not pass. So I voted on the side that way it can be reconsidered. Had I not voted that way, this bill would be dead today. And I did that in support of my friend. This isn't a backdoor thing. It's the reason why most of the chairmen vote last. In this case, it's actually to support my friend and keep his bill alive. And I just wanted to explain that. I can change my vote to yes, but then it fails. It's where it was. It's a 6-6. It fails. And I wanted to explain, and probably could have did it in a less public way, but I wanted to explain to my friend, because I am support. I told Alderman Muhammad, who's my friend, that I would be in support of his bill, period. And by voting no, I am in support of his bill. Does that makes any sense? I'm in support of my friend John. And if I vote yes, if I would have voted yes, it would have been dead. Not.
It would have been 6-5. It would have been 6-5 based on the on what we had, honestly.
Well, I think it would have got to 6-6 had one of the passes not moved over, but 6-6 still would not. I mean, my vote was very well thought out, but I wanted to explain so that this way, you know, I know it's kind of, so there is no anything on reconsidering. It doesn't have a second. I will make another attempt at this at the next meeting, which will be coming up next week. If that makes sense to anyone, unless someone feels otherwise, you know, we're all in this, we're all together on this. Anybody here, Alderman Engel Muhammad, you still have your hand up yet? And Alderwoman
No,
Howard.
I don't. I apologize, Mr. Chairman. I have nothing to say. I'm sorry. I apologize. The reason I said what I said is because I'm with the aldermen of the 21st Ward. And I just wanted that explanation out there. And the last time I voted no on the floor to keep this thing alive as being on the prevailing side, there was all this big to do. So I thought I would explain it. And if anyone here doesn't feel it's inappropriate and didn't get a second on the reconsideration, then my assumption is I'll take one more shot at it at the next meeting. That's just my understanding, and to stay within the rules. We have a meeting coming up next week. We have the police chief coming in to talk about the crime stats that everybody should have now. And it's going to be a rather lengthy meeting, but we will start with this one.
So, you know, everybody do whatever you want to do, talk to however, and, you know, and then if there's a choice to want to reconsider this at the next meeting, we will. And if there's not, we won't. So, anyway, that, you know, but I will be perfectly clear to whoever and anybody that I am in support of the alderman of the 21st Ward. He's my friend. And I'm voting how I voted to work with my friend to try to keep his bill alive. I did that for Alderman Jesse Todd a couple meetings ago because I think he was mixed up in what he was asking. So we had to do the same thing. So since there isn't anything else, and unless anybody has anything else, I'll just, if somebody wants to make a motion to adjourn, then we'll do that.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
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 We'll see you next week.
So much drama for me.